channel, which refers to the benches on which cuts of meat were displayed in front of the shops. Many of these benches can still be seen today, along with many of the original meat hooks. The houses were built close together to block out the sunlight and preserve meat. Pavements on either side of the street were also raised to create a channel for the blood and offal that would be washed along the cobbles twice a week. The timber-framed house on your left, the Thomas Herbert House. Thomas Herbert was personal attendant to Charles I and entertained the king here on 2 occasions in 1633 and 1639. Thomas Herbert also went with Charles when he was being executed in 1649. Charles then presented him with a pocket watch, which is where you get your retirement watch today. You can now see the magnificent church of All Saints Pavement, said to be the resting place of 37 Lord Mayors. All Saints is the official guild church of York and dates back over 900 years. In medieval times, the magnificent lantern tower was lit to guide travellers safely through the forest surrounding York. Today, it is lit to commemorate the dead of both world wars. We are now travelling down Coppergate, or Cufflegata, place of the barrel makers. Behind the buildings on the left is the Coppergate Centre, home to the York Viking Museum, one of York's most popular attractions. When the old Craven Sweet Factory was demolished in 1974 to make way for a new shopping centre, the remains of an old Viking house were recovered, beautifully preserved in the wet, spongy soil. Some 40,000 artefacts were found on this site. As we turn onto Clifford Street, look to your right and you will see the Grand Opera House, one of the 2 main theatres here in York. Charles Dickens and Charlie Chaplin used to visit this theatre on a regular basis. Next door to the theatre is the York Dungeons, a popular attraction that will tell you the gruesome history of York, including tales of witchcraft, plague and torture. You will come out of there screaming after you visited the York Dungeons. You'll come out of the next building screaming as well.
I can't hear failure out now.
It's the Magistrates' Court. We are now approaching our Clifford's Tower stop. The lines here from the Castle Museum, the Viking Museum, the Regimental Museum of Fairfax House. We are now standing outside Clifford's Tower, once part of the York Castle. Built in 1068 by William the Conqueror, York Castle was a modern Bailey-style fortification that formed the heart of the city's defences. The castle was made up of 3 main components. The moat was the artificial hill or mound that you can now see on the left. On top of the moat stood the keep, and below the keep was the bailey, a large communal living space where daily life was played out. In 1190, one of the most infamous episodes in British history took place here, when 150 Jews committed suicide after being besieged by an anti-Semitic mob. Many of those in the crowd were also heavily indebted to the Jews. Once the massacre was over, they made their way to York Minster and destroyed those records detailing what money they had owed. In 1244, Henry III visited York Castle and ordered that it be rebuilt in stone to prepare for the possible Scottish invasion. Over £2,450 was spent on the project, which was undertaken by master mason Henry de Rains and chief carpenter Simon of Northampton, who had previously worked at Windsor Castle. It would come to play a vital role in the defence of the kingdom during the Scottish Wars of Independence. It would never actually entertain William Wallace, despite what you may have seen in the film Braveheart. In 1298, the government of England moved to York, where it would remain for 7 years, with Edward I, Hammer of the Scots, staying here intermittently. While the city continued to play a prominent role in national affairs, the castle was maintained and used as a defensive structure. However, with peacetime came neglect, and during Tudor times, the jailer of the castle, Robert Redhead, started dismantling the limestone bricks and selling them off for his own profit. Working from the inside out, his scheme continued successfully until he reached the battlements, at which point his entrepreneurial efforts were halted and he was thrown into jail. In 1684, a 7-gun salute marking St George's Day went horribly wrong when the timbers in the tower caught fire. Igniting the gunpowder that was stored in the keep, the explosion that followed ripped the roof off the tower, destroyed all of its interior rooms, and even said to have turned the limestone pink. One eyewitness said it was like a giant hand that had come down, lifted the roof off, and just deposited it into the moat. Today, Clifford's Tower is looked after by English Heritage, and visitors are welcome to climb the tight spiral staircase leading to the battlements and some of the finest panoramic views the city has to offer. While the keep was abandoned and left to rot, the Bailey area continued to grow, and in the 18th century it was decided to build a new county jail here. The work on the jail started in 1705, and when it was completed 4 years later, it was described by the novelist Daniel Defoe as the most stately and complete prison of any in the kingdom, if not in Europe, kept as neat within inside as it was noble without. The county jail later became the debtors' prison, and was here in 1739 that the highwayman Dick Turpin was imprisoned for the 6 months leading up to his execution. You could still visit his cell, as it now forms part of the Castle Museum, a social history museum opened in 1938 and today one of York's most popular visitor attractions. The Castle Museum was started by a Dr. Kirk. He came from Pickering. He visited his patients, and if they could not pay him for his services, he would take some vases or teapots and built up a vast collection and donated it to the museum in 1943. As we leave our Clifford's Tower stop, we pass the Crown Courts on the left-hand side, opened in 1777 to house the Assize Courts, visiting sessions of the High Court of London. Next to the courthouse you can still see a section of the curtain wall that was enclosed again. The city walls met with the King's Fish Pool, and if you look to the top of the tower as we turn the corner, you will see a stone chute which marks the point where the garderobe or toilet would have been, and would have gone straight down directly into the River Foss which stood below. As we travel along Edmonds Lane, look to the left, you will see a churchyard. St George's Churchyard. Look closer and you will notice that one solitary headstone stands towards the rear of the graveyard. This marks the last resting place of Dick Turpin, the notorious highwayman. Many will know Dick Turpin as the man that rode from London to York in the day on his trusty steed, Black Bess. Unfortunately, the ride was a work of fiction and part of a legend created by Harrison Ainsworth. Dick Turpin was actually sentenced to death in 1739. And original inner doors. As you look at the gateway, you can see a pair of Roman pillars, on top of which stands an Elizabethan house, and between which stands the original 15th century oak doors. Look through the central archway and you will see the Barbican, a narrow passageway enclosed by gates at either end that provided a holding area for the inspection of all those wishing to enter the city. The walkway leading around the top of the walls meant that soldiers were in position to launch an attack on anyone who passed underneath that lay posed a threat to the city's security. During the English Civil War, York came under siege from the Parliamentarian forces. During the 4-month siege in 1644, Cromwell's forces launched numerous attacks on the city walls in an attempt to breach their defences. Aldgate now was subject to a concentrated attack when besiegers set up a battery of guns on nearby Lamel Hill, on where they could set about destroying the city's defences. The section of the city wall on your right was the last section to be completed in the 13th century, and up until quite recently, the entertained York's Castle Market. First opened in 1827, the market would have covered all of the area that we are now travelling through, with many of the old cattle pens being built over the old city moats. If you look to your right hand side, there's a smaller gateway in front of us. This is known as Fishergate Bar. In 1497, there were riots in the city, rioting against the taxes that Henry Tudor put into place. They set fire to the gateway, so Henry Tudor then bricked it up, and it was opened again in 1832. Just inside the gateway was a hospital known as Bedlam. Hence the term, it's Bedlam in here. As we turn left into Fawcett Street, up to the right are the names of the pubs. They all bear reference to the cattle market. In fact, the Bedding Market, the Seahorse Hotel, which was formerly the Shire Horse Hotel, and a beautiful coaching inn. Imagine, between 60 and 80 coaches a day were travelling down to London in and out of that archway, and you could hear the man on the back with the post on just coming round the corner and then having to duck down as not to lose his top hat. The coach would then go into the yards at the back, would put a new team of horses on, refresh the driver and the occupants inside, and then travel on to London.